Hello, goddesses and Adonai of Athenas. I am Goddess Susan Brent, number 9691 from PA. Woohoo! All right, so let's get right into it. Happy Meaningful Monday. So sticky situations, they arise at almost every party. Some we're blessed and it is just smooth sailing all the way through. Some are the opposite and there's so much to deal with. So I hope here, you'll listen and hear some good things. Here's what I find works for me. And I like to say, if it's not your jam, don't put it on your toast. Pick and choose what you hear from me, and I hope it works. All right, so people come to the party for so many different reasons, right? Some might just want a new toy. Some might need a good night out. Other people might need to laugh because they had a crappy day, whatever. Okay. But we all have nerves. Okay. I have nerves going into a party always. And I'm sure they have nerves going into the party as well. So something I like to do to help alleviate all of that and to just get right into having fun. Because remember, happy people spend more money. So nerves. I like to, walking right through the party, knock on the door with my business bag on my shoulder that has my lap boards and all that good stuff, and penis ring toss. I love that. Simple, short, sweet to the point, outrageous, wonderful, right? And probably another 31 tote of other stuff, right? I walk in, give the party host a hug. They show me where the demo is, where the ordering room is. There's probably a couple of party guests already there. They're the ones that are like, no BS. I'm here for this stuff. I want to get my stuff. I want to go. Either that or they're super hungry. All right. So I introduce myself, make great eye contact, a nice firm handshake, own the room. You're the one in charge. Okay. So right away I say, you know what? You're here. Let's get this party started. So I bust out the penis ring toss. I say, so who's going to wear this first? It's just a simple ring toss. You wear this like a belt, have fun with it. Say, the person who's wearing it, do you want them to move and catch it? You want them to stay still? Ha ha ha. I do the raffle ticket thing. Whoever gets the most on there gets 3 tickets. It's a little piece of paper for me. I don't care. 3 tickets. Whoever gets second runner up gets 2, and then third place gets 1. Whatever. Okay. So while they're doing that, they're having fun. Again, fun equals killing all the nerves, shaking it off. It gets them up and out and about, right? If you will. It helps to shake off that excess energy, that nervous energy, or their rambunctiousness, whatever, hopefully, so they sit still and listen to you. Okay. There's a psychology in everything. Get them to have fun. If they're having fun, they're going to like you. And then, of course, good things happen. All right, so plus another sticky situation could be that you have your late Lucy's to the party, which is no fun. Personally, I don't like repeating myself. I sure don't. So, but I just did. Anyway, when someone's late and they walk in and we're already playing like penis ring toss, they're probably thinking, oh snap, I'm already missing it. So hopefully next party they'll be on time. I do that on purpose. There's a really big, there's a reason for a lot of stuff I do. Sometimes not. Number 2 thing that I do is party rules. I have a couple of set rules that I say at every party. But a lot of times I look around and see what the party needs are. Okay. So something I always say to be funny and lighthearted and to let them hear, yeah, here's a rule, but I'm not such a bee. I want you to have fun, right? Rule number 1, you have to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not following the rules. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Rule number 2, and you can mix these up. You work with whatever jam is your favorite. Okay. If they're drinking a lot, that came up in the Goddess and Adonis page thread. What are your sticky situations and what do you do about it? For me, if I see people are drinking, hitting it hard, whatever, and it doesn't matter on age, all people drink whatever amounts they want. It's totally individual based. If they're drinking a lot, I say, rule number 2, don't be the drunk girl at the party. Ha 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 ha. Or, address it however you seem fit. We never want to shame anyone. Nah. Sometimes you just need to have a drink. But then you just also want to bring it to light. Like, yes, I already do notice this. Rule number 3? Cell phones. Cell phones can be such a huge problem. I just mentioned, do yourself a favor. Give yourself this night. I don't care if you turn your cell phone on vibrate and sit on it. Haha. But turn it off. Let's have this night with us. I'll only take an hour and then you can get back at your phones. Or if you really must take a phone call, I get it. I have kids too. Please step outside of the room, outside, whichever, So there's that. You can make up your rules as you go. Anything that's important that you want to get across. Okay, so that's a really good way to kind of get a preemptive strike on those sticky situations. So, code words. My first code word for you is good. G-O-O-D, good. All right, moving forward. I kind of jump a little bit all over the place. I have some articles, and then I will submit those with the video also. Hopefully they'll be listed and you can go look into things that I mentioned too. So there's that. All right, so a lot of communication, positive communication will put people at ease. And 80% of our communication is nonverbal, okay? Reading body language, super, super important. Okay, keep that in the back of your mind with everything. So some things you can do to get the point across that you're the boss in charge, because that's really important. You own that room, you'll make more money. Okay, you have to have your confidence. So ways to increase your confidence, you could engage with people. That one-on-one eye contact when they're speaking to you. Everybody wants to be heard, right? We all want to be heard. We all want to be acknowledged. Make eye contact. Powerful stance. I don't care if you stand in front of the mirror with or without clothes on and recognize yourself. Go through motions of slumped shoulders and visualize. Show yourself, this is me in a not so powerful stance. This is me in a more powerful stance. It helps. It sounds horribly silly. I don't care. It's going to help your inner confidence, and it's going to help you have that strength to deal with, sticky situations. So, moving forward, own your space. We all have boundaries in personal space, right? And again, owning your space will reflect on that inner confidence, which will ultimately reflect around the room, and they'll see, it would be very obvious that you are professional, and that's important. Also, before you get to the party, you can do things to increase your confidence. Listen to those favorite jams on the radio. You can, self-affirmations. You can listen to binaural beats to get yourself in the mood. I don't care. You do whatever makes you feel good. You go into a situation that, you're not so sure of, which is we're stepping into someone's home. It could be different each and every time. And just have that greater sense of confidence about you, and you will handle these sticky situations so much better. All right. Because going back to, people want to be heard. And sometimes what they have to say isn't the best thing, and it does create that sticky situation. So what we want to do is we don't want to react to it. We just want to respond to it. Okay. And we want to take the emotion out of it, hear what was said, and deal with it positively. All right. So what I mean by that is take their words for what they are and don't involve so much of the emotion with it, and don't overanalyze. Especially so the question came up, how do you deal with somebody who mentions having a not so pleasant experience with another goddess? So the way I would deal with that is, I would say, and again, this is only what I think would work for me and what I have said before is, I'm sorry to hear you had a bad experience with someone else. Is there anything, in particular you think I should be aware of or that I should know? If they share with you, cool. Say thank you for sharing. If not, just ask them. So the best thing is that I'm here now to take care of you and be your goddess. Is that okay with you? Redirect. Okay. We washed that bad situation out. They just wanted to be heard, and we're just going to keep moving forward. Okay. So, and going back to everybody wants to be heard. Also, most of the time people, will stick to a set list of words or a certain vocabulary because we all have an attachment to certain words, because I can only speak for myself, you guys. Words equal emotions, right? In today's world, we speak a lot in images. And when we do get together, again, I can only speak for me, my words carry on, they convey those emotions I'm feeling. So at the same time, you just want to hear people for what they're saying and to kind of cut out that emotion. It is also important to be empathetic if they are, trying to relay some important information to really hear, are there or are there not emotions involved with what they're trying to say. And that all, distinguishing between the two comes down to emotional intelligence. If you already know what that is, excellent. You're already ahead of the game. If not, I definitely recommend researching that topic, emotional intelligence, which is the ability to read other people's signals and react appropriately to them, being empathetic, being self-aware. Okay, these silent cues, if you will. And that includes, your own self-regulation, to where you're acknowledging how you are reacting to their emotional cues and things like that too. So, going back to our nonverbal communication and our body language, like all of this, there's so much more included. Like, it's called soft skills, if you will. Yeah. All right, moving on. So there have been some other questions that came to me in our cool thread about what are some sticky situations that you've encountered, So here are a few. Explaining the shipping cost. Yes, that comes up pretty often. So if you check on our ordering form, it's actually listed as handling fee. So when people ask me that, more likely in the ordering room, I mention it's not necessarily a shipping fee, it's a handling fee. It's for me to get it to me, to get it to you. If I have it here in front of them, I say it's just so convenient for me to already have it here for you. And then if we don't have it, it involves me doing everything in my power to get it as quickly as possible to you, as quickly as possible too. So I don't use the SH word at all, the shipping. So there's that. And I know for me, Indy, one of the incentives I offer my party hosts is that if they have 10 or more people, I do it the handling fee for $4.95, because at that price, I'm okay with that. All right, drunk people. How do you deal with drunk people, loud people, people who shop our products online and find them? So, drunk people, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be some. So I deal with the sticky situation people at my parties pretty much how I deal with my children, my kids. I have 3 kids, 4, 14, and 23. So I've got plenty to work with. The drunk people, at first, it depends on like their level of drunkenness and coherence. Sometimes I just look at them, talkie, and I'm like, shh, shh, and they get the slight hint, and sometimes they'll straighten up right away. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes I intentionally, walking around the room, everyone else is sitting, have a product in my hand. I will go stand right in front of them, make eye contact with them, and then turn around and look at everyone else. And then they're like, oh, snap. She just shut me out. It was quiet. It was effective. It wasn't rude. I'm just standing, like a teacher would. If there was a loud kid in the class, it works. It works a lot for me. You can practice this, and sometimes you never know for somebody's, outburst, something, whatever. Sometimes they just want to be heard, especially, sometimes guys don't know how to react when they, join us at parties. They get a little silly or whatever. It's okay. Expect that. Okay. If it's somebody's first time at a party, it's all right. They can be silly. They're not being rude. Sometimes it's just their coping mechanisms to be a little nervous chatter, laughter, something. It's okay. And what you can do in that case is just accept it, acknowledge it. And, you know, the headquarters, super head honcho, anytime you pass around a sleeve, what happens? Squish, 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 right? You can say, yeah, it makes the best sound ever, doesn't it? People giggle, and then hopefully they stop squeezing it and making that sound, but they're probably not going to. All right. Important question. How to bring up wanting to smoke weed until I'm gone. Smoke the weed until I'm gone. I have issues with the smell and flashbacks. I get that. And I'm sorry that happened to you. And thank you for sharing. So, and then the other effects it has on you. So, everybody has their own personal comfort zone with all that stuff, right? If you are not comfortable with it, it is absolutely okay to say, while I respect your right to choose what you do with your body, please, for me, just respect my wishes and just waiting until I'm gone. It is that simple. It really is that simple. Right now, it's illegal with asterisks in so many places. You could say, I get drug tests at work and I don't want to risk it. Okay? You can say, I'm not comfortable with it. It's all right. You can say, you know what? I don't mind, but you know that really, the smell really sticks to my products. So if you could just wait, I'm not going to be long. Do me a favor and wait until I'm done. And then you can have at it after I go. Don't make it a big deal. If it's really that big of a, maybe you could ask ahead of time. Or you can put it in your, if you do have a little contract that you review with your party hosts, you know, there could be a line item on there that says, please refrain from all smoking, you know, while I'm in the home, you know, do whatever fits your needs. But absolutely, it is okay to draw boundaries. All right. Second code word, jam, J-A-M, jam. All right, more questions from our fellow goddesses and Adonai. And trying to keep it brief, let's pick some good ones. Oh, yeah. How about this? This has happened to me before. When people hide children in the house, okay? Not cool. So not cool, right? People hiding children in the house. This happened to me once, and I immediately packed up and left. Or people arguing with you that their baby will be sleeping and they won't even know. Or if the husband sneaks the kids in the back door after the party started and you didn't know and found out halfway through. At the end of the day, I love being on all kinds of guest lists and getting into parties, but Megan's list is not one I want to be on. It is the law. Period. Book shut. I don't care. Personally, sorry if I'm getting a little bit over emotional on this one. But look, everybody in the room might be like, oh, I don't care. Just keep going. I don't care. But then you have the kids who are there, who are hearing stuff that are going to chatter at the lunch table at school. You have your neighbors who are watching. There's always that one neighbor peeking out the window, looking, and then just going to say stuff. No, you don't need that. Is that how you want to end your career? So many things can happen. Just CYA. Do you know what that means? CYA. So what I do in those situations is say, I give options. I say, okay, so it's the law. It's not like a company rule. It is actually the federal law. So here's our choices. Here's what we can do. We could do spa only and put the toys away. We can do a separate toy party at one of your girlfriend's house, guest's house, maybe next week. There you go. And you get another booking. Okay. You're trying to be flexible here. And we can do spa only today. I could just pack it up and leave if you would prefer that. Or, you know, if somebody could take the kids for ice cream or something, whatever, and get them to leave in some capacity. But either way, in a way, you're kind of like passing the buck, but you're giving the power to the party host. They can kind of turn to their peanut gallery, talk it over, and see what works best for them. But I always put it out there. I say, hey, believe me, I'd love to stay and show you all this cool stuff, but that's the rule. So make sure you do your homework, do your party, your party host coaching. Make sure you say that. because then you can fall back on that and say, remember, this is something we went over already. Okay. So actively participating in making your party amazing is necessary. It's not going to just happen by itself. So if you're not host coaching and something like this happens, you know, I'm not saying you should beat yourself up over it, but, you know, I don't want you to learn the lesson the hard way, and definitely make sure, you know, you have a list of items to check off before you get to your party about things you've talked to your party host about. Let's see. You guys, this one, when they find stuff cheaper online, seriously, wait, where's the question? The one who found it cheaper online and bought them or whatnot, whatever. Okay. So I ask, are you sure? Are you sure it's the exact same item? I had a young lady say, I was showing the Positively Period menstrual cups. She said, yeah, I found these online. I found menstrual cups online. I said, was it our Positively Period menstrual cups? Like this manufacturer, this set? She goes, well, no, but they were menstrual cups. And I said, oh, okay. You know, sometimes you have to let them shoot their own foot, if you will. So I said, okay, well, go ahead and tell me about them. She said, well, I ordered them. I got them off the Wish app. And right away, I cringed internally. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no. And she said, when they came to me, it was one and not two. I opened the package, little cellophane bag, and it smelled really bad. And then I'm thinking in my head, oh my God, I hope you did not put that in your vagina. Chemicals, right? And then I said, okay, and how did it turn out for you? Did they work for you? She said, well, actually, I never used it because it smelled bad. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm happy it went that way. Unfortunately, but, you know, happy that it played out that way at my party, because it opened up the door for me to say things like, so it wasn't the exact same one. So, and that's when I bring up Gab. Ooh, yeah. I say all of our items in our catalog have gone through product testing and our focus group on our Goddess and Adonis advisory board. Everybody who can tests out the products and votes yes or no. And only when it's a unanimous decision are the products put into our catalog. So, you get lots of eyebrows raised, like, oh, wow, that'd be a cool job, you know, and then you're kind of planting a seed possibly for recruiting. So, and I mentioned, you know, they have to have, I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. So they have to receive a unanimous vote to get put into the catalog. All right. So, and then I also mentioned we offer warranties with our products. Some of our toys come with a 5-year warranty. I don't think any online retailer will offer that. I mean, we can talk about Amazon, but everywhere else you're going to pay handling and shipping or whatever they want to call it, right? So I don't think of those other big store retailers are going to offer that 5-year warranty. Do your homework. You can see which ones will offer the 5-year warranty and which other ones don't. Let's see what else. Cheaper online. You can also, something I say when I get that is, okay, well, you can buy it through them. But what I offer is I offer you some troubleshooting or tech support if you're having a hard time with the toy. I'm here whenever you need me. Plus, when you shop small, shop local, you're supporting your local community. Okay. And then, of course, there's always, you know, the end all. Are you sure it's new or is it used? Because some of those retailers do sell refurbished items. And then they kind of get the gas face and you're like, yeah, right? So people are going to do what they seem is right for their budget. You can always do the fallback of, plus, isn't it so awesome to come out to a party, hang out with your friends, and actually get to hold these in your hand first before you buy them? Because this way, you know if it's too strong or not strong enough. So I'm offering you that amazing service. You know, win them over. All right, my friends. The last code word I have for you is only. 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 So, quick see if we have any more questions. We didn't go over. Oh, the one who will not stop talking, even after trying to be polite and chatting with them. By every account and by all means, it is absolutely okay to say and request or suggest. Where is it? Oh, it's absolutely okay if you would like to go into the kitchen or excuse yourself if you'd like to, finish your phone conversation, or if you need to get up and walk around, or, it's okay. It's okay. We've all been there. Or not. You can always reach out, of course. The one who claims they've tried this product before and it doesn't work. Okay. There are some things that I've tried that aren't my favorite, and I just simply say, you know what? Thank you for sharing. Everybody is different, and in the ordering room, you can tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and this way I can help you find something that's going to better suit you. All of these politically correct things. I think at the end of the day, what really helps me deal with these sticky situations that arise, and they do arise, and I don't think there's anything you can do to prevent 100% of it, is just detach to the emotions of what they're saying and really just try to connect with maybe why they're saying it and what the real meaning of what they're trying to say is. I hope that made sense. Let's see. When you take the emotion out of their words, if you will, or not out of their words, but when you take the emotion out of the situation surrounding the sticky situation, it does free up a lot more mental clarity, and you make better decisions. Okay? So it's okay for them to be emotional, but it's more important for us to be right and do what's best for the whole party. I can say, I do want to share real quick with you guys. I had a terrible, terrible experience one time at a party that shook me. And it was someone that was under the influence of an illegal substance that he was just acting out. And everybody was getting uncomfortable. And I was just getting more ticked off than anything, because I've dealt with this in my life before from other people. And I was like, oh, hell no, this is not happening. This is not happening right now, because people in the room were getting really uncomfortable. First of all, I looked at him and I said, excuse me, that's not appropriate. And I don't think anybody here appreciates that. So no more, please. And he was like, oh, okay, my bad. Right? You call it out for what it is. I did try everything else before. And then he would say other things and just be inappropriate. It wasn't cool. So I said to him, and this is after I looked at my party host, who I didn't really know that well. She was a friend of my little sister's. And I just looked at her out loud and I said, can I handle this? She's like, yes, please do. With such quickness and giant big eyeballs that I felt bad. Like, oh my goodness, she does want me to deal with this. And she looked at me like she was asking for help. It was bad. So I looked at him and I said, you know what? I just don't think you're a good fit for our party tonight. Can you go ahead and leave? And everyone in the room, I thought was going to be like, oh no, she didn't. No. They were like, yeah, can you leave? They supported me in that, and that felt so good. So on one hand, I want to give you the confidence and assurance that if it comes down to that, you might have to. But, all my hopes and dreams for you are that you don't have to. I just want you to be confident. I want you to practice different methods and practice them. I don't care, on your stuffed animals. If you have kids, work it out with them. What are some parenting tactics that you use? So I hope that is some good advice for you guys. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will see you on the Goddess and Adonis community page. Don't forget to submit your code words and have a wonderful rest of your selling season. Take care.